Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Insights by Janita with Janita Francis. Live from insightsbyjanita.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Insights by Janita
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to Insights by Janita Francis. I am Janita Francis. I'm not an avatar nor a robot. I am the one and the only, and my husband is probably very, very happy about that. I have had an amazing week. I know that I was actually I've written an article for Holistic Bliss magazine, and it's one of Australia's leading holistic magazines. It's just amazing. It's been around forever and a day, and I actually have the great pleasure of being able to do an article in that every single month. And I was writing about perception and about life and about, looking out the bus. And if you've followed me for a little while now, you would know about the bus analogy that I use. And it really is a mindset and a mindset shift, and how we want to see things and how we choose to see things versus how things really are. And sometimes we can get in that poor me mentality where, we think this is going on, that's going on, this is wrong, that's wrong, my life is crap, everything's crap, my friends are crap, my family's crap. And before you know it, you're actually knee deep or neck deep in the crap. And you kind of bring that out. And for yourself, you kind of manifest that because you're saying to the universe constantly, I want more crap. Bring me more crap. So I thought I wanted to do a little bit of a scientific experiment. And I've been working with a bunch of girls in a private group about their perceptions and about how they do things. And we've been deliberately playing with this. And I do mean deliberately playing with it. We've actually decided that on certain days, we would get out of bed the wrong side deliberately, metaphorically, but deliberately, and we would talk ourselves into having a shit day. And then we would see what would happen. And then there would be other days where we talk ourselves into having a fantastic day. And it could be something as simple as, like for me, if I want to have a fantastic day, I put the music on in the car. It doesn't matter what sort of music I listen to, really, because, as long as there's something I can bop to and the traffic is bumper to bumper, I'm a happy woman. So if I'm having a terrible, terrible, terrible day, music will pull me out of that every single time. It is, without a doubt, the quickest, easiest way to elevate your vibration is by listening to music. And it doesn't even matter what genre. It doesn't even matter what band, what singer, what era, nothing. Just choose your favorite and it will elevate your vibration. So we're doing this little experiment and okay, it was my turn to have a shit day. So I started thinking about all the things that pissed me off in my life. Everybody that has ever annoyed me, and I've got some amazing people around me now, so present company excluded. But I thought about the people that were challenging in the past and the people that really tried to control me or tried to get me to behave in a certain manner and how that made me feel. And that conjured up all these emotions. And I thought, it's like a scientific experiment within a scientific experiment, because now I know that by living in the past and not reflecting on it, but actually going back there and deliberately creating an emotional attachment to the past, it can impact my now. Because I deliberately went to my past to find out what would piss me off, to what would lead to a shitty day. And I dragged that forward. I dragged that into my present. I gave it life again. Gave it mouth to mouth, let's go. You're going to be the reason why I'm having a horrible day today. And I realized, and I've always known, but it was such a cool experiment because it really highlighted the fact of how much control our thoughts have over our bodies and our thoughts have over our emotions. And subsequently or consequently, how much those emotions can impact our day and how we interact with others as a result of that emotion. I'm very, very mindful that if I've got the shits with everything, that I don't take it out on the people that did not cause this situation or did not elevate or trigger or escalate the situation. I'm very mindful of that. So if you and I are having a disagreement about something, I'm not going to come home and yell at my husband because you and I are not seeing eye to eye. So I'm very clever and very aware of how to direct my emotions and what the situation is. But that's taken me years to perfect and really catch myself on how I'm going to, and it's not that it's false, it's just that my husband didn't upset me, you did. So why am I getting mad with my husband? And it is an intelligent emotion. It's an application of intelligent emotion. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll always hear me harping on about applying intelligent emotion. Make sure you apply intelligent emotion. And this is what it's all about. It's about being able to understand the things that make us feel good. Do more of it. The things that don't make us feel good, stop doing that. Stop doing more of that. Do less of that. Do it less as possible to be able to keep you in that top 7 higher frequency or higher vibration of emotions, which is, Abraham Hicks stuff. It's not my creation. The seven power emotions, I suppose you could call them, is Abraham Hicks. But he's come up with brilliant ideas about how to understand our emotions and where that pivot point is. And the pivot point is boredom. And this is something that I teach all the time. When we're bored, we can go 2 ways. We can go and do something that's really exciting and fun, or that is beneficial or is holistic in our healing, exercising, going visit friends, go to the movies, go walk the dog. Anything that once we hit that boredom stage, we can actually do anything to elevate and get our vibration up in those top 7 emotions, the joy, passion, enthusiasm, those sorts of emotions. Because if we don't and we start doing the negative stuff, such as drinking, drugs, fighting, eating, a lot of people emotionally eat when they're bored. Oh, I don't know what to do, I'm bored. So they open the fridge. Most people don't even realise that they're opening the fridge when they're bored. I used to nibble on stuff. So I had a snack drawer in my office when I worked for a particular company. It was quite a stressful, high emotive job, and I had a snack drawer. And I didn't really realise that I was replenishing my snack drawer every single week because I was emotionally eating. I was taking the boredom out of my life. My boredom was I worked my butt off for 10 hours a day, and it was boring. It really was. It wasn't challenging. It wasn't exciting. It was Groundhog Day. So I would snack, and I didn't even realise I was really doing it. So I had to change those habits into going for walks at lunchtime instead, or looking forward to going out and stretching my legs. Now, this particular place had this beautiful garden out the front, so I used to make sure that I had really easy shoes to take off, even if I had shoes and socks, but my shoes were always easy to just kick off really quickly, and I'd go out and stand on the grass for 5 minutes, barefoot. I actually even had all of my staff going outside and doing the same thing, just to declutter our mind, just to take our mind out of the situation that we were in, create a different environment, a different scenery, a different smell, taste, feel, look, view, vision of whatever that was going on in our lives, just to break it up a little bit. And by doing that, we actually enhanced our lives. We enhanced our jobs. And it became a bit of a joke, going outside to distress again. Mental health, mental health. And it was great because we actually became the norm that it was all right to do that. And you don't have to sit at your desk for 10 hours a day and just sit there like a robot, typing, and not interacting and not being a human. We're not robots. We're humans. We're supposed to interact. We're supposed to support each other and have a chat and share knowledge and share our insights and those sorts of things. So, yeah, it's been an interesting, and the group hasn't finished yet. We still want to keep doing it for a little bit longer because we actually want to start doing things where we're cranky for half the day, or we've decided that we're going to be cranky for 4 hours. And then at 12 o'clock, we go, right, what thought are we going to have to plant in our brain, deliberately plant in our brain, or what music are we going to start playing? We might not have listened to the radio all morning. And then the cutoff time comes, which is the time that we're now going to consciously shift our mindset. And then when that happens, we go, right, it's 12 o'clock. This is the agreed time. I'm going to break out some, AC/DC or whatever I want to listen to, and you actually start bopping straight away, and you start feeling better. If you're cranky, and you hate country music, don't put on Waylon Jennings. Don't put on Johnny Cash. Don't put anything. The whole purpose of changing and shifting your mindset and your awareness of your mindset and being able to remind yourself that you are actually in control of your mindset, you need to be able to put on something that will elevate your mindset. If you want to completely challenge yourself, or as I prefer to call it, sabotage yourself, then you can continue to listen to music that you don't enjoy. But if you really want to boost your confidence, boost your vibration, get everything in a higher elevated form, then put on something that you really like. And if you can't really change the music at your work, or people frown upon you for doing that, make your cutoff time. If you want to do this experiment, and I highly recommend it, because fundamentally, I think we forget how bloody powerful we are as human beings in our own selves. I really, honestly, truly forget that we've got no idea that we are the director of our own lives. So when you do this, if you can't change the music, then make it so it's lunchtime, and then step away from your job, put your headset in and play that song. And do that while if you've got half an hour, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever your lunch break is, you play all that wonderful music that you really enjoy. And then go for a walk. Break that ho-hum of sitting at your desk or doing a particular thing or serving customers or whatever it is that your job is. Break that. Go and do something else. Give your body a reset and use the environment to do that. And you'll feel better for it. You really honestly will. If you're at a desk all day long and you're sitting all day long, and that's predominantly my job when I'm doing my muggle stuff, your colon and all of your bodily functions may not necessarily function properly. You may become irregular. That's because we're actually compressing everything in there. So we need to stand up. We need to sit up straight. We need to go for walks so our poo shoots work properly. Sorry, guys, but that's just a fact. So there are some huge benefits, and really shifting your mindset and deciding that you want to have a different perception. Perception becomes reality. And deciding that you want a different look at life. You want, if you see blue everywhere you go and you hate the color blue, you're going to be so attracted to seeing more color blue that you will see it all the time, and all of a sudden all your friends turn into Smurfs. If you love the color blue and you'd love a blue car or a blue motorcycle or a blue hair like mine right now, then you will see blue, but you'll be happier about seeing the blue. It won't trigger a negative emotion, because in your mind you've decided that you like the color blue. And I know that's a really simplistic form of the point I'm trying to make, but if you can say, I like the color blue, and then all these blue things start coming out, you realize how many different color blues there actually are available, and you start falling in love with all shades of blue, why can't you apply that same principle to your life? It really is very simple. It really is. I think not only do we forget that we're in charge of our own lives, we actually forget that we have choices, and that we can choose to tolerate things or choose not to tolerate things, and that it's okay to do that, that we actually can empower ourselves to change our thought pattern. I think, I can't remember who said it, but it was a really clever thing, and it was leading towards insanity, and that is doing the same thing over and over every single day, the same way, using the same process, the same methodology, and expecting a different outcome just because it's a different day. It's not going to happen. You will always get the same outcome. So it has to be a conscious decision for you to decide, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. My life sucks, and I want a life that is full of happiness and joy and passion and drive and commitment. I want a great job. But if you want a great job and you spend all of your energy thinking about how crappy your current job is, you're not doing yourself any favors. You're actually sabotaging your ability to manifest or create or attract, become a magnet for the job that you actually want to do. So even though you might be doing something, just let's pick on an industry. Let's say, for example, you're a panel beater and you hate it. It is a thankless job. You work your butt off all day long. Nobody's ever happy with the end product. And these sorts of things, and they don't want to pay either. And these sorts of things are going over and over in your head. And, you know, you used to love panel beating. That's why you got into it. But everything's just different now. And I get all of that. I understand all of that. But if you're thinking about changing your career from a panel beater, and it has to be a conscious decision that you want to change from being a panel beater into a diesel mechanic, and you spend all that time thinking about how shitty panel beating is now, you will probably never get an opportunity to do the diesel mechanic stuff, your dream job. It's just going to be a pie in the sky idea that you have in your mind and possibly in your heart that you will never achieve. And the reason why that is because all of your energy, all of your focus, and all of your emotion is going into replaying the same tape that you hate your panel beating job. But while you're panel beating, and while you're thinking, oh, bloody hell, here comes Mrs. Smith. She always tries to talk me out of an extra $200, but it's so expensive. Whatever your thought pattern is, stop that and go, okay, here comes Mrs. Smith. I wonder if there's no Mrs. Smiths in diesel mechanics. I bet you the customers over in diesel mechanics are really different. I could go out and earn a lot more money doing diesel mechanic stuff. I could actually feel more secure and stable because it's a better, stable environment doing diesel mechanic stuff. So instead of focusing on all the things you don't want in your life, start focusing on all the things that you do want. And even if it doesn't feel like you're going to be able to do the study for diesel mechanic, if it is in your heart and it's in your mind and it's what you think about every single day of your life, when you're not consciously thinking about how shitty pedal beating is and you just have those fleeting moments of how much better life would be if you were a diesel mechanic, the universe will provide you with opportunities to do that. The universe does not care if you have a poor education or you didn't go to university. The universe does not care if you're from a wealthy family. The universe does not even care what color your skin is or where you're from or your religious thoughts, your cultural beliefs, nothing. The universe gives you exactly what you want. So if you have to think about what it is that you want, you have to manifest what it is that you want in your life. You have to actually feel as though that's what I want, universe, make it happen. And the universe will give you the opportunity that you need. If you're having trouble with reading and writing, doesn't matter. The universe will somehow plant something on your Facebook page that you can go off and do a trades course and you don't need to do the prac. Or that the prac is very small because they prefer to do the hands-on stuff. They're very hands-on the way they do it. Or an opportunity will come in to be an apprentice. And the man that's actually stepping out of the business wants to do the hands-on teaching of you. And he doesn't give a hoot about the theory because you've got office girls to do all the theory stuff. So the universe will give you what you ask for, and everything else is irrelevant. But honestly, is irrelevant. I wanted to be a police officer. First of all, I wanted to be a marine biologist, and the whole world, humans, decided, and this is before I could learn how to manifest, and the humans were dead set against this, okay? They just thought it was the dumbest idea in the whole entire world. There's only one marine biologist here in Australia, and unless he dies, you'll never get a job. Well, we all know that there's more to marine biology than that, and they had a very low, people, unfortunately, that I was living with had a very low, narrow-minded view of what marine biology was. I wanted to be a police officer shortly after that, and I have a hearing loss. So I wasn't allowed to be a police officer. Now, back in those days, it was called duty of care, not discrimination. So don't get too up in arms. The rules have certainly changed in 20 years. But I really wanted to be a police officer, and I couldn't. And I thought, oh, my God, seriously, I'm not stupid. I just have a hearing loss. I'm not incapable. I just have a hearing loss. And I thought, I'm stuck with this hearing loss for the rest of my life. It's not going anywhere. It's as much part of me as my blue eyes, my left arm, my big toe, and my right foot. It's not going anywhere. So what can I do? I thought, universe, I really want this so much. I want to protect people. I want to protect environment. I want to protect property. I want to make sure that everybody feels safe and secure when they go out. I want to be called upon if someone doesn't feel safe and secure to go home or to go to the bank or to go about their everyday lives. Universe, bring me a job that I can do all these things in, so I can still feel like I'm contributing to my community. I know that I'm capable. I just can't hear properly. The universe sent me a security license. The universe decided to put me right in front of a golden opportunity to become a licensee for Chubb Security. They're a huge company here in Australia. Huge. I was a licensee in charge for a very long time. I was actually able to be a security officer. I got to wear a blue uniform, just like the police, very similar colour to police. That was Chubb's uniform. I got to carry a firearm. I got to be trained in weapons. I got to be trained in personal protection. I was a patrol officer. I got to do everything that a police officer got to do. But no one gave a hoot about my hearing loss. Nobody cared. In security, they didn't care. You didn't have to be, perfectly visioned. You didn't have to be a certain height. You didn't have to be preferably male back in those days. You didn't have to be this or that or tick all these freaking boxes that were just complete horse shit that are designed not to empower people but to actually turn people away. You didn't have to do any of that. I finished up owning my own security company as a result of having that tiny little opportunity. And I was extremely successful in security because it's something that I felt passionate about. Did it being a copper? No. But you know what? Who cares? My first year of trade, I actually earned triple what a first year copper would have earned. My second year of trade, probably bought the whole entire department. It was nuts. Absolutely nuts. So if I had have gone through life thinking, oh, my life is over now because I can't be a copper, I would have done myself a disservice. I wouldn't have said to the universe, okay, guys, what else have you got? I really want to do this. I feel really passionate about protecting people. I had a shitty childhood. I was in a domestic violence family. I was in my first partner had a lot of domestic violence issues, drug issues. I never felt safe. I never felt safe growing up as a child. I just wanted to let people know that they have opportunities for people that will stand up and advocate for them and look after them and protect their property and are not afraid to stand there and toe-to-toe and say, that's not happening. It's not going on, guys. You need to back off or I'll call the police. And it was brilliant because I got my head around the fact that who cares? Being deaf is not a problem. Being deaf was a problem for the police force, but you know what? Too bad, so sad for them. They missed out on a perfect person because I know I would have been perfect for it because of how successful I was in security. So mindset is everything. Perception is everything. Making that shift in your mind. If I had have done everything that the School of the Deaf told me to do, I would be on a disability pension now. I would never have worked. I would never have travelled the world. I would never have been personal protection, never have done martial arts. Certainly wouldn't be riding a motorcycle right now. Wouldn't have done any of those things if I had have listened to all the negative beliefs and all the negative conditioning that people put on you when they think they know what's going on. And that is where most of us are at. And we replay these tapes that are predominantly things that people have pushed on you over the years. They're not even true. Does my bum look big in this? No, it doesn't. One boyfriend told you you've got a big bum. So what? Not everybody else thinks that you've got a big bum. And it is perception. And you teach yourself to listen to this crap. And it keeps you in a spot where you sabotage and you can't grow or you refuse to grow or too scary to grow. And what I want you to take away from today's talk is that none of that shit matters when you're focused on your goal, when you know what you want, when you have clarity and understanding of who you are at your core and at your center, you can achieve anything that you want. Anything that you want. You just need to know to ask for it. You just need to know that you are deserving of it and that you are capable of doing that. And you can. I have a really severe hearing loss. One ear completely does not work at all. The other ear, well, very sketchy. Now, I could have laid down and my life would have been over, or I could have just gone, stuff it, I'm going for it. What have I got to lose? Nothing. I'm not going to lie down. I'm deaf. I'm not stupid. I'm deaf. I'm not dumb. I'm not incapable. I have a very high IQ. I talk to spirit all the time. So It really is about you getting your head around things and what you want to do and being clear. And I've used this analogy before, and I'll just remind you of it again, that in Google, we ask for exactly what we want. You have to think that life is Google. You have to ask the universe for exactly what you want. Don't be confused. Don't doubt it. Don't sabotage it. Don't think you're not worthy. You have to ask. And when you get your head around that, and there is ample, trust me, there is ample opportunity for everybody. When you get your head around the fact that you have the right and you are allowed and you are encouraged and you have permission to ask your Google search bar for exactly what you want in your life, you've only got to do a couple little things, couple little tiny exercises. Know 100% that is what you'll get delivered. Do a couple little exercises. Test it. Test my theory. And then start going for the things that you really want in your life. The stability for your family. Great job. Great friends. A better life, a home life. A better career life. A better car. Whatever it is that you want. It's really a very cool tool to have. All right, guys, that's just about me for this week. Now, of course, I am available for mentoring sessions. I'm available for astrology, charts and interpretation, numerology interpretations as well. I can do your numbers for you if that's more of your thing. I'm a psychic medium. I can do private readings. I do them all over the world. We do the same format as what you're watching if you're watching on Facebook now. And it enables us to just tap in and do your reading for you. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do it on my website, which is www.insights.com, and I will look that up for you and make sure we're all in the right time zone. And we can do your reading. There's no trouble at all. Absolutely no trouble. I do have a Moonstruck special price, so make sure you jump on there and grab that for you as well. That's it for me this week. Thanks very much, guys. See you again next week. Bye for now.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Psychic Paths with Suzanne Marie. Live from PsychicPaths.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Psychic Paths
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. I'm Suzanne Marie, and I'm here to do some readings tonight. I really missed not doing the readings last week, so hopefully we will do a few tonight. I hope you all are having a good Wednesday evening. Yes, so, and I hope that everyone gets a chance to enjoy nice weather right now, as we're having. The sound is really hard, so I hope, well, it's really bad and staticky, so I hope everyone's got their speakerphones off and the radio turns really low, so I can hear you. I might have to go get a headset. So I hope that everyone is exuberant as I am about getting these readings done. The noise is just really horrible. Okay. Hi, you have a call from Valencia, California. Hello?
Hi.
Hi. You.
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. Can I help you with anything?
Yes. I'm just wondering what my future brings, as in career-wise.
Are you in a service employment? Are
I'm
you
sorry?
in a service industry?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Kind of. It's kind of hard.
Are you getting static?
I'm sorry?
Are you getting static?
It's hard to hear you right now.
Okay. Are you in the service industry?
Oh, yes. Yes, I am. Dang,
Okay,
that was
hang on a minute.
I do hair for a living, but I'm in the process of being a sheriff.
I do see that everything is going to be okay.
Okay.
It's going to take a little while.
Okay. Is it just because of like the whole like pandemic?
Yes.
Okay. But you see me being a sheriff?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so happy. Awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Can you tell me about my relationship?
Wait a minute. I see it going very well. I see that you both work together really well, even when there's problems.
Yes, we do. We try very hard. And we also have a kid. We also have a kid together, so I'm just hoping that him and I can like work through all the differences that we had. We were raised like very different.
We can't wait till everything calms down.
Yeah, definitely, huh? It's hard right now with everything because I'm unemployed, and he's the one that's making the money, so I feel really bad. But he doesn't.
Yeah, I see that it shouldn't last very long, much longer.
Yeah. I also had an ex-boyfriend pass away like 3 months ago, and it's been like super hard for me, and I feel like that's a little bit hard on our relationship because he's gone and I'm sad about it even though he was my ex-boyfriend. What do you think that he thinks about that? Do you think he hates it?
Everything is okay.
Okay. Can you see him?
Not really, no.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
You do?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just wondering about the future and what's going to happen and how long I'm still going to be doing hair.
I'd say by June.
June?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's what I need to know. Awesome. Do you see anything else like in my future that I should be aware of, like another kid?
No, everything seems to be good. I see everything being good with you.
Okay.
Yeah, good health, and money's coming.
Good. I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and it was an honor.
You're the best.
Barbara from Mississippi. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I mean, looks like it's going to rain here, but beyond that, I'm doing pretty good.
Good. What can I help you with?
Well, my whole thing, I've been seeing this guy for over a year, about a year and a half actually. Things will go great for a while, then he pulls away, becomes distant. Then we're right back where we started. It's just constant back and forth. And I mean, he shows signs of having feelings for me, and then he backs away. And to say I'm confused is an understatement. When I feel like things are going somewhere, he backs away. And
let me see.
I'm sorry, what you said, I didn't quite get.
I think you need to move on.
Okay. All right. That's really all I was trying to find out. Cause it's just been, things will go good for a while, and then it's just back and forth. But all right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else? Okay. Well, I seem to be having trouble with my sound, and what that might have to do with is spirit. Spirit usually aggravates electronics and light and them. And this is what spirit is doing to me tonight by making me unable to hear anything. I must be really charged up. So I hope that next week is better. I really love seeing the movie, and I don't want this kind of thing to interfere with the movie. I'm glad that you guys can at least hear me. Yeah, so hopefully next week is better. I'm looking forward to it. And next week I hope to have some tarot cards that I just bought to share with you all. So thank you for all the listeners and all the callers. I wish that I could tell this noise to stop, but it's not quite listen to me right now, I don't think. So let me see if I can get some other cards. And I do have cards here. These are magical times, is what they're called. And they're really beautiful and they're positive. So what I'm going to do is pull a card and see what they give us tonight. Magical time. Let me go ahead and pull a card and let's see what's going on. And hopefully it will resonate with some of you out there. Pluto is in retrograde. Rebirth, Pluto. No matter what happens, you can find your wings. Rise from the path. Accept the positive. Embrace and release the plan what is coming. Let's hope. I hope everybody has a great week. The retrograde for Pluto is going to be going on for quite some time. It will cause a lot of stress and a lot of changes. But breathing in there, everything will work out sooner or later. I think I'm just really start with the psychic electricity. But everything will be okay next week. Please visit my website, www.psychiccast.com, and leave me a message. I'm always available, and I'm adding sessions now, so check that out. And I also have Psychic Cast on Facebook. Please let me know that you stop by. Thank you. Please, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm hoping that the investigators will call you and it's not my new phone, because it's a brand new phone. These are not my new cards that I just got, but they are, I think, pretty good. Let's see if we can pull out another one. Prosperity. Focus on the positive and more. Good will come. Give thanks for blessings, and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. So we really have to remember that all of this shelter in place is only temporary, and we are all going through it. But prosperity, I just took the prosperity card, so that must mean that's coming right around the corner. I know that many of us wish that things are back to normal. I know I do. But, yeah, that's the prosperity card. I don't know about you, but I was really happy to see it. Oh my goodness, I'll let comment to it. So, thank you for being here tonight and visiting. I'm sorry that I can't hear anything, but I hope I wasn't help to keep calling. And I promise that next week will be all better. I don't know if anyone goes through this that isn't doing reading. When phone batteries stop ringing, or phone starts making noises, or lights off, or TV flickers, or goes off for no reason. But these are some of the things that are called psychic energy. And we have the psychic, and I'm sure that we happen to everyone. It's just certain times and certain places. But yeah, that's what I'm going to. You can leave me a comment if anyone has gone through this themselves. You feel like I'm not alone in all of this today, because it's a little upsetting. I know it'll work itself out, but it doesn't seem to be doing that tonight. So, yeah, leave me a comment. And please leave a comment with two ladies that got to meet tonight. I would certainly appreciate knowing how the meeting was, and it's wonderful. Okay. Me and Daddy, I can't even know each other. But it's gonna be okay. It'll be alright. Next week it's gonna be alright, so just, yeah, we need it. Okay. Well, let's see if I got another place. I'm busy trying to learn rules, but I'm not very good at it. We just called First Warrior Oracle. And see if they can give me some insight into what that means tonight. Good. So I pull this card. And you just see what it means. I'm willing to go. An opportunity is coming. So that looks good. I can't believe that the second unity got me tonight. The purpose of it. But let's see if we get it. I do appreciate everyone stopping by and watching my show. And I love you. So please come back next week. And everything should be fine and good. And I'll be available for the reading. Guys, have a good week, good week, and I'll be there next Wednesday. So please visit again, secondcast.com and secondcast on Facebook. And let me know that you've been there. All right. Thank you.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for New York City Celebrity Psychic with Perry Lyons. Perry Lyons. Live from PerryLyonsBrilliance.Wixsite.com/Perry Lyons.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is New York City Celebrity Psychic
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hey, cats and kittens. Welcome to Perry Lyons, New York City Celebrity Psychic. As always, I'm thrilled you're here. Hell, I'm thrilled I'm here. I'm not in New York City. I escaped from New York to Annapolis, Maryland. So that's where we are today. So here's an important thing. It's really important right now to be nice to yourself. I mean, buy yourself surprise flowers, pretend you didn't know. But the thing is, everybody is putting a huge amount of pressure on themselves to be productive. And productivity is great. I'm all for productivity tomorrow. And we're all getting a huge amount done. But for instance, today, I got a lot of calls from clients and friends, usually that overlaps, but saying, why don't I feel like doing anything today? So I called my trusty house astrologer, Elizabeth Grace, elizabethgrace.com. And she said that the moon is what's called a void of course today. It just stopped being this way. But void of course is a time when, like some days the moon will be in like Taurus and then it'll move to Gemini. But sometimes when it's between signs, there's a thing called void of course moon, which I first heard about from the family of the writer Norman Mailer, the late Norman Mailer, genius writer. And he and his wife really paid attention to this. And I found that a lot of really successful people know this secret, that when the moon is void of course, it's a time to not push too much. It's a time to, water your garden, water your cat, feed your garden and your cat. If you don't have a cat, feed somebody else's cat, but just kind of kick back and don't try to do much because we've got Robin in Allenhurst, Georgia coming up in a minute. Robin, I'm just going to finish this thought. Thanks for being here. So when the moon is the way it was today, and this happens usually for an hour or two every few days, but today it was like a long time. Just give yourself a rest. If you want to watch Brokenwood Mysteries, which is a detective series set in New Zealand that I'm addicted to, and certainly didn't watch when I should have been doing other things. No siree. But if you didn't do much today, and if you were kind of feeling like, I'm in a fog, it's fine. You'll get stuff done tomorrow. Everything will be fine. Also, it's starting to feel to me like the tide is turning. Now, still, stay in your house. Wash your hands. Wear a mask and gloves if you have to go outside. Stay 6 feet away from anybody who you're not currently intimate with. That sounded wrong, but you know what I mean. So do take all precautions. But I do feel that in a couple of weeks, we're going to get some good news. And the world is not coming to an end. So if you're feeling, and I'll be right with you, Robin. Thanks for letting me finish my thought. If you're feeling upset, go outside and look at the trees starting to blossom and the flowers that are up and the daffodils shouting their fool heads off. Daffodils are so exuberant. And remember that we've all been through bad stuff. We've all survived, although I would like to mourn the passing of John Prine, my favorite songwriter. God bless and rest in peace and thanks. But we're going to be okay. We're through, I think, the worst of it. And It's going to be okay. So, thanks for listening. And remember, if you get anxious, just take a minute, close your eyes, focus on unconditional love that you have for a pet or a baby or who knows, even your partner. Go into unconditional love, breathe in, come out a minute later, you'll feel much better. We're okay today. Okay. Hi, Robin. Thanks for waiting. How are you?
I'm good today. How are you?
I'm good. I love people from Georgia. Are you from there originally?
I am originally from Georgia. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we're already friends. Nice to see you. Or hear you. I can't see you. All right, my darling. First, tell me your birthday. Just the day and date. I mean, you don't need to tell me the year. Don't ask, don't tell. So when's your birthday?
Actually, a very recent, 3/27.
Oh, cool. So you're a Cancer. And we love those. And let me see what's going on with you. Actually, you're in a pretty good space. So what can I answer for you today? Do you want me to do a deep dive or do you have a specific question?
With my birthday just being, here a few weeks ago, I really struggle with the fact that I lost my mother almost 10 years ago. I was very young when I lost her. She was very young. And it's just been a journey for me ever since then. A lot of things shuffled in my life after that.
Yeah.
And here more recently, I did go through a struggle of, losing a relationship that was very close to me. And I just feel like I just need that guidance, that pathway, just to know that, I'm making the right decisions. And, sometimes I feel like if I wait for it, it'll come. But there are other times that I really question that.
That's a great question. I'm so sorry about your mother. You and she were each other's hearts. And just so you know, I mean, it's easy to say. I mean, I still miss my dad every day. But the thing is that I've discovered over the 8 years since he passed that he's right there. It's a little disconcerting, but he is right there. And if I sit quietly and ask him a question, I'll get answers. So if you want your mom's help, you can ask for it. There's sort of a free will thing when we're talking to people who are on the other side. They can't help us unless it's life or death, unless we ask. If we ask, they'll help us immediately. And that includes asking to feel their presence, because love doesn't die, personality doesn't die. And I never used to believe this till I did this work, and it was proven to me without a doubt that that's true. So your mother's very much with you, and you have 2 brothers?
I have one brother. I actually have 2 sons, though.
Oh, okay. That's picking up 2 boys. Thanks. She's with you and your brother. She's very much, that's what I was picking up. Sorry. Thanks. She's very much with your sons. One of them actually looks like her. He has her eyes and sort of like this part of her face. That makes sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. He's a little like her too, because she's adorable. Sorry, I'll address your question in a second, but she's coming through and I just want to share this with you because I just really like her. Also, I got your birthday wrong. I thought you said June 27th, and that's not what you said. What did you say?
3/27, March 27th.
Oh, March 27th. Okay, I don't know how I heard June for that. And she was a little peeved with me for hearing that wrong, because apparently there was something a little difficult about her labor with you. So she's like, I went to all that trouble and you got the date wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What was a cord wrapped around your neck, or was it just a long labor? Something went. I mean, you're fine and you're totally fine, but it was what?
Yes, ma'am. I was actually a meconium baby and was in NICU for 4 days after my birth, and was pretty much, she was told at 18 years old that I would never live.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Thank you for clarifying. So you were especially cherished because she thought she would lose you. Oh, God, you were each other's heart. She has a pretty name. I can't quite get it. Well, it's not Edna. That's not a pretty name. Again, she's got an old-fashioned kind of romantic name. I think it's 3 syllables. Do you mind telling me her first name?
She went by Jackie Lynn.
Oh, 3 syllables. Okay. That's cute. Interesting. Boy, she was tender and tough at the same time. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
She was strong as anything, but she never got hard. She never got bitter. She did. Oh, I just love her. Oh, sorry. She did not have an easy life. Holy mackerel. But she was a great mom because she was enough your friend that you could tell her the truth, but not so much your friend that she wouldn't lay down the law as your mom when she knew better. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
She's right here, honey.
Yeah, she used to call me her twisted sister.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, she was. I just this tender and tough thing. She's like, if you forgive me saying, she's like this really sweet badass. And she was very pretty, very stylish, very stylish. Did she have dark hair and pale skin and very pretty eyes, like very noticeable eyes? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Very
Wow,
much
her
so.
eyes are beautiful. What? When's her birthday?
July 31st.
Yeah, that's a Leo. I think she had some Pisces in her chart, though. She's got this tenderness and she's got such beautiful eyes. Now, she did something when she was around your age that changed her life for the better. I'm not sure what it was because I'm getting so much of her. Boy, does she love you. Did she lose somebody when she was younger? Did she lose, there's a loss there. I can't tell if she lost a
I know
sibling.
she lost a really close friend in her teenage years.
Okay.
And I was really close to her.
Felt like a sister.
The only one.
Yeah. Thank you for verifying that. Yeah, that friend felt like a sister, but I was getting not a sister, but she was somebody that was really hard. She felt that for a long time because she wasn't somebody who'd tell the world her troubles. So she would have 1 or 2 close friends that she would confide in, but she kept up a really brave front. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
She's right here, honey. She loves you. Your brother's a pain in the ass. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize to my producer. That's how she said it. She loves him like crazy. I'm not sure if you have a sister or not. Sorry about that. You and your brother are coming through very clearly, but you do or you don't have a sister. Sorry, I don't usually get fuzzy, but there you go.
Not that I'm aware of. There's only me and my brother, and she had a half sibling.
Okay. Yeah, sister and your brother. Okay. Sorry, I was sure about that, but I had a moment of doubt. Your brother is funny. He used to torment her. I mean, not literally, he would, but, but I mean, she loved you both in very different ways because you and your brother are very different. Holy mackerel.
We are very different.
I mean, aside from being carbon-based life forms with bilateral symmetry who are featherless, I mean, that's all you have in common. He's so different. I mean, I like him. He's cute, too. Good-looking family. Anyway, did your father... I'm getting you not having a father very much in the picture. Is that correct?
My mother was a bridger of relationships. So after the passing of my mother, it's been a struggle between me and my brother to maximize our relationship with our father. We often joke back and forth if he's getting along with me, he's not getting along with my brother type situation. So it's been a struggle. She bridged a lot of relationships during her lifetime. And it took me losing her to understand that.
Yeah. That's who she was. The other thing is, I see this sometimes with couples. It's almost like the children of that relationship wanted from the other side to be born so badly that they sort of got these two people together who otherwise probably wouldn't have been in the same room. So you and your brother really wanted to be born, but after you guys were born, it was almost, and I see this with couples, sometimes after these special kids who wanted to be born so bad are born, the couple will look at each other and be like, huh? So these are not two people with a lot in common. And I think, we're not going to dwell on your dad because your mom is like, I don't want to talk about him. So she wants you to know she loves you extremely much. Also, there was a special, hold on, I'm going to get this. Oh, God. I'm not sure if this is right. I don't know if she used to kiss her fingers and put them on your forehead or something. There was some sort of special I love you gesture that she had that's kind of unusual.
We used to touch our foreheads together.
That's forehead. That's what it was. Okay, sorry. Thanks. I got forehead. Yeah, oh, God. She's so present, darling. She really loves you. She's like, don't worry. I'm not there for anything embarrassing. But her love is, yeah, thank you. Forehead. Sorry, I didn't get it exactly, but close enough. So here's what your mother would like you to do. She was mostly kind of religious, is that correct? But she would be kind of hard on herself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. She was so hard on herself, but she was such a good person. Also, she would do stuff for people. Nowhere in the Bible where it says, like, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. She'd do stuff for people that she wouldn't even let them find out about. Is that correct? She's really kind and really generous, but didn't want the attention. Just wanted to do the good deed, move on. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. One last thing before I tell you the rest of this stuff is that there was something, did she used to bake like blondies or something for you? Was there a special treat? I'm not sure she was a great cook.
No.
I think she was a hell of a baker. What?
Yes, we had a zucchini bread, was I was saying. Like, I love her zucchini bread.
Sorry. Sorry, that was a little too specific, but yeah, it was something baked, but I couldn't quite get it, and it was late. Yes. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that was, did you, I'll ask you, but there's a funny story about you guys and zucchinis, but that's like, there were too many of them one year. Okay, so here's what she'd like you to do. She wants you to know that she's found out that all that religious stuff is real. And she'd like really real. Oh my gosh. I hope it's okay. I've spent the whole show on you because she's so present. So A, she loves you. B, she wants you to know that guy wasn't the right guy for you. He was like a stealth, this is not what she's saying, but I'm interpreting. He was what I call a stealth narcissist. You gave a lot more to him than he gave to you, but he sort of hid that well. And I'm sorry, breaking up sucks. I'm really sorry. But there's somebody much better. She'd like you to, every morning when you pray, just say hi to her. And she would like you to pray every morning. That's not something I say a lot, but there's also some little cross or something that she has in your house. She'd like you to talk to her just during the day because she can hear you. And she wants you to know that if you spend a few minutes after you pray, what she used to do, it's kind of amazing. I mean, she had such a strong connection. She would like literally put herself in the presence of God and then pray. But she wouldn't always pray. I mean, she was back and forth, but she was very strong connection. So she would like you to just take a minute and just put yourself in the presence of the divine and just say hi. And then after that, talk to her for a bit. Like you would right now. And then be quiet for a bit and be open to sort of hearing whatever she directs your attention to. If you do this for a little while, you might actually be able to sort of almost hear her voice. Sorry, my thing's about to fall over. But she really loves you. Does one of your sons have a name? It's not Jared, but it's like 2 syllables to begin with a J. Biblical name?
Nope. Nope.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
she does have. I'm trying to go through the other grandchildren, but I don't think I have a J.
No, that's okay. I don't know why I might have that wrong. Your older child is doing great. You're a little worried about your younger child. He's going to be fine. She's with him all the time. She walks him to school. And I've only got like 15 seconds, but I want to tell you that you're going to be fine. You have very good intuition. Just listen, ask her for help, and let me know how you're doing. Okay? I'm on Facebook. My name is Perry, P-E-R-I, Lyons, L-Y-O-N-S. Get in touch, okay? Because I really want to know how you are. And you're going to be great.
All right.
God bless you. Take care, my dear.
God bless you. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, guys. See you next week at 9 Eastern Standard Time on Moonstruck TV and A1R Psychic Radio. As always, I love hearing your voices. Have a great week, my cherished ducklings. Things are getting better. Okay. Mwah.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Gemma Spirit World with Gemma. Live from GemmaSpiritWorld.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Gemma Spirit World
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everybody. I am your host tonight. How are we all doing? My goodness, it's whole week has gone, and you know what I have been doing all week? I've been making excuses for myself. Excuses for not doing this and excuses for not doing that. And I found that the more excuses that I've made for myself, I feel like I haven't gotten any further than the week before. So today I decided that when I woke up that I'm not going to make any excuses for nobody. No, I'm not even going to make excuses for myself, because I found that when I do, it stops my flow in life. It stops my flow in everything I do. I mean, work has been on hold since I've been on isolation. I can do online readings. I love doing online reading. I love being on this show. And for some reason, I've made excuses for not doing my online readings. Yes, I've had homeschooling, and I know that takes up a lot of my time with my children. But the days that I don't have my children, what have I been doing? So, yes, I focus on myself and, recharging my energy, but I've really been making excuses. So today I decided that no more excuses. Today I am going to take control of my life, and, if that means writing down a list of the things that you want to do to achieve where you want to go the next day, it's just making a big difference. So no excuses. So maybe you're feeling the same way I am. Maybe you're making excuses for not exercising. Maybe you're making excuses for not, committing to yourself in certain relationships. Or maybe you're making excuses for not eating healthy. Every excuse we make, it doesn't change the day. Every excuse we make doesn't change it, and it makes us feel bad. It makes us feel horrible within ourselves. So I like to live life. I like to be motivated. I like to live in a high energy. I like to connect with people. I like to feel great. I love to feel joy. I love to feel happy. And I know that with all these excuses I've been making, it's been actually making me feel like crap. So I decided to draw some quick cards and for us, and the message that I have for you all is that it was interesting because when I was drawing my cards, the card that popped out was body movement. And I know that, in order to, create more movement, more flow into our life, we need to stop making excuses for ourselves. Our mindset is so important. The more positive you are, the more things that you can achieve in a day. So take action. Don't listen to that little voice in your head that lets you know that you can't do it. Take control of your life and feel happy for it. Alrighty, so we're going to connect because, I'm excited to get back into work. I'm excited to connect with Spirit. So we have, just see where my little, I think my little we have Jennifer from West Virginia, USA. Hello, Jennifer. How are you tonight?
Hello, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So how can I help you?
Yes, my husband and I are trying to get pregnant, and it's been a long journey. And I'm just wondering what you see for us.
It's interesting because before I ask you the question, I keep seeing pink flowers around you. And Okay. What I keep hearing, Rose, can you connect with anyone in your life named Rose at the moment? Does Rose resonate with you at the moment? Because I have female energy around you. What I am seeing for you, I keep seeing Rose. I keep seeing flowers around you. Just wondering, I know that you've just asked me a question about your baby, your journey in falling pregnant. But I just keep feeling the pink energy around you at the moment. Literally, what I keep hearing for you is that it feels very close, if anything, more closer than it has ever been. Gosh, 29. I'm just a little bit out of whack today. I keep saying number 29. Can you resonate with the number 29 at the moment? Anything that comes up on the 29th?
Oh, let me think. Not right at the moment. No, I mean, I have a cousin whose birthday is May 29th, but I can't really think of anything other than that.
Okay, and is that cousin female at all?
Female, yes.
Yes, okay, because I had May coming through before. Okay, so, and I just wanted to see, very supportive. You're very close with your cousin because I have her coming through. I have that energy around her coming. She's very much, so your biggest support. I also feel that what I'm seeing around you, I keep seeing lots of rainbows, which lets me know lots of, not lots, but you have had some rainbow babies that are around you and supporting you. What I keep seeing for you is that 21 keeps coming through, whether that means next year, but at the same time, I keep hearing December.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. That'd be great.
Pardon?
I said, so you're seeing December and then also a 21. Okay.
Yeah. So I've got 21, but I'm also, your cousin's coming through strongly around you. I'm just seeing, because I've got something, so with I know this is about you, but I've got your cousin keep coming through, her energy. Is she actually going through, is she actually trying to fall pregnant herself?
No, she's finished having children now.
Okay. Because what I keep hearing like I keep hearing, had you looked into surrogacy at all? Because I keep hearing the word surrogacy, and I don't know whether that's connected up to your cousin, but I keep hearing that loud and clear around you, but it's not making sense for what I'm seeing for you in December. I feel like you're not going to go down that path, but I also feel that, whether it was spoken about or, the options on the greater ladder of everything going on.
Well, I have wondered if I would have to do that. Of course, that's super expensive. But there's no reason to think I would have to, but I kind of had looked into it, and then I thought, well, it was way too expensive anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, because that's what I kept hearing that, but it was interesting that I had it around the female energy around your cousin, whether that was maybe in conversation that you had with her. But yeah, December keeps coming through. I also see September's an important month for you as well. But I do know that, when you do fall pregnant, it's going to be a little girl, because I've got the female energy around you, and I keep seeing pink flowers, and I'm really drawn to the name Rose, and I know that, it's just whether it means that you love roses or the colours, there's something about a rose around you. Can you resonate even with
I've actually thought about that. I actually had thought that'd be a pretty name for a little girl.
Yeah, okay, because I see that's what I keep hearing. So it's this little girl's not too far away from you. Yes, I said December, but it's this year and it's on the 21st. So, whether it's September or December, because I got the 21st and I've got the name Rose coming through. I keep seeing the beautiful colours around you.
That's wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, it's really, and it feels really positive, and it's, what I also do have coming through around you, and it's food related. Do you take a lot of vitamin C? I've got something going on around vitamin C's around you.
Did you ask me about vitamin C?
Yeah, do you drink a lot of juices at all, like freshly made juices?
It's funny you said that because our conversation with my husband today was, did you order more vitamin C because we're out of it? And we had that conversation a little bit ago. And that was probably why you thought that.
I have that coming through, so it's
funny.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just confirming that conversation. But yeah, important to get on top of your vitamin C, even to have your juices. I just know that.
It's so funny. It's just funny.
Yeah.
It just confirms that somebody's listening for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely see a positive outcome, and I know that your baby girl isn't too far away, and I just wish you all the best, because I know that, it's been a hard journey for you and the struggles, but I know that you haven't given up, and that's a strength that your children are going to also have, and and what an inspiration, and a great mother that you are going to be to your children.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes. Do you have anything else? Any other questions?
Okay. Well, yeah. Do you see, like as far as career-wise, do you see me making any kind of career? I'm not super happy at my job.
Interesting around career. I keep saying flying around you. I know that obviously it's not happening at the moment with flying, but have you got anything going on around flying? Do you travel for work? Did it involve a lot of flying or up in the air? That also could be symbolic for being everything up in the air.
Right, that might be it. Yeah, because I don't travel for work, but I could see it being everything up in the air because I'm so all over the place with it.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's very much up in the air. I also keep seeing that, and like what I do have coming through for you, I keep hearing home tech. So I'm not sure what that word or how that resonates with you, home tech, or something that you've been looking at from doing from home, but it feels like it can be utilized, until the time. Home tech. But when I think of home tech, I see online, but I also feel that everything's up in the air, but at the same time, you're still stuck in two minds about it at the moment. Around work, I keep saying 3 months for you, so you'll know more in 3 months what's going on.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I'm working from home right now, so just via computer mostly, so that makes sense for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Because everything just feels like we've got time there, and but yeah, you're making the most of every day. So you're one step further to achieving everything that you want in your life, and I don't see it being that. I see this year's being. It's given what we've all gone through this year. This year is going to be a great year for you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Do you think I'll have to do IVF for this baby? Because we've done IVF a few times too. I'm just wondering if it'll be natural or if it'll be IVF.
See, I don't see it being IVF. I see natural.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So it was thank you for our chat, and let me know. Let me know when you fall pregnant. I would love to hear. But I wish you all the best, and have a lovely night.
It was awesome. It was awesome reading. Thank you. You have a wonderful night too. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Night. All right. We have Mandy from Helenwood, Tennessee, USA. Hello, Mandy. How are you tonight?
Well, I'm good.
Oh my goodness, Mandy, your heart. I just want to let you know that there's lots of struggles in your love life at the moment. How can I help you? Is this resonating with you around your love life at the moment? I just feel my heart very heavy.
Yeah, it's not been too good.
Yeah, okay, so how can I help you tonight? Like around, it's, it just feels you've gone through a lot in the last 6 weeks.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and I feel that as well.
I'd like to know, about my love life and how things are going to go within the next, little bit.
Yeah, that was about your love life. Sorry, is that what you were asking? It's just that it was a bit fuzzy on my end then.
Do what now? I'm sorry.
What was the question again, please?
How things are going to go within the next little bit, in my life.
Yeah, okay. At the moment, what I keep seeing for you, it just feels like everything's a struggle. Like just doing everything every day seems to be a real struggle for you at the moment. I also see that mindset plays a huge play in your life. It's like, but not only that, it's the energy that it's the people around your life. You put a lot of time, you put a lot of effort in helping others, but you don't have, what I'm seeing is that you don't receive the amount of love, the amount of time that you give everyone else. You don't receive it back. And it's like, what I keep seeing is that everything seems to be going around in circles. Like it's, just when you think you've got on top of something else comes up, and it just feels like when you're one step ahead, you're one step backwards. So it feels like these struggles that you're going through, but I feel like it's also the energy, the people around you is what really is pulling you down. And it's what I keep hearing is that, now's the time to look after yourself and, stand your ground in what you want and what you want to do, not what others want you to do and how they want you to, help with their life, because it's just what I'm seeing for you. It just seems to be sucking the life out of you. Energy-wise, you're exhausted. What I keep seeing also around you, you cook a lot. Do you cook a lot? Because I've got the word cook come through. Do you actually prepare a lot of food? Yeah. So what I keep seeing is that you're exhausted, and it's really hard to see, where your life is going, because you're doing the same thing over and over and for everyone else, and not bringing that love and that support back to yourself. So where I see you in the next, it just feels like it's up and down for the next 3 months, but it also feels like, you've had enough. You've had enough, and it's, I know that you're very determined, to change things, but I guess, just having that support on your side would make a huge difference in the changes that you do need to make in your life with relationships around you. I also keep seeing, long distance calls. Do you have somebody that you ring? Like, is there a long distance calls that you're making? Because I keep seeing you on the phone quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So I keep seeing the long distance calls at the moment for you, and it feels like it's just, you listen to everyone else's problems, but when it comes to your problems, there's no one there to support and help get you through. And I also keep seeing the sunset. So it's like, there's enough time. You actually spend a lot indoors and just getting outside, getting some fresh air, just seeing the sun come up or the sun go down. It'd just be refreshing. It's like a new page, needs to be turned over. It's like a big change is coming your way, but it's like as long as you have the strength, as long as you're ready for that change, I feel the changes once you've made that decision on. It's interesting. It's around relationships around you, but it's also got career as well. It just feels like everything's come to a stop, but you're also giving so much. Does that resonate with everything I'm saying with you at the moment?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and it's also has an impact on your health. So at the moment, what I see for you is that now that you've made that stop, you've made that stand for yourself, and it's to follow through what you want to do and how you want to live the rest of your life, and not what, how much people take from you. You're strong, you're brave, but just know that, when you're not around certain people that drag you down all the time, that there is support out there. It's just you're so tied up into everyone else's life except for yourself.
Okay.
So what I'm seeing for you, I keep seeing the sun. Do you not get out a lot at the moment?
No, I've been depressed, and I come home from work and I go straight to my room. I don't even go outside.
Yeah, and I can see that. It's like, it's and it's like, it's like the same, and you do the same thing over and over, and that creates unhappiness for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of heartache, and also what I do have around you at the moment as well, just let me see. You're very connected to plants. Do you have plants, a lot of plants around your house? I keep seeing plants around you.
I've got some outside, but I don't have none around here because I kill my water.
It's like, and what I keep hearing, so when I see lots of plants around people, it's like to really get out in nature, to really recharge your soul, to really look at what things you want to change in your life and know that you can change them. It's like, it's that may be just a thought to change, it doesn't have to be drastic big changes, it could be the way you think, the way that to change that mindset to help you get through each day so it's not so challenging.
Mm-hmm.
What I do keep seeing for you, I keep seeing travel. So when the time comes, it's interesting, around travel, do you have a blue car? Because I keep seeing a blue car around you.
Yeah, there's one out there in the driveway. It's sitting, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because I keep seeing travel for you, but it feels like you're wanting to travel further than where, it just feels like there's a new, so with the long distance calls that you've been making, are you wanting to travel to this certain person? Because I keep seeing you getting in the car and driving longer than you want to drive.
Mm.
Yeah. So what I do see in the future is that when you recharge your soul, when you bring everything back to what you want to do and what makes you happy, I see you getting in your car. I see you connecting up with the person that you have been talking to long distance. I also see that you're not giving so much to people, and that's going to be a huge big weight lifted off your shoulders.
Okay.
I've also, just around your heart area do you have any asthma? Do you have any issues of breathing around your heart area? Because just feels really heavy, but that could also, be definitely the sadness with the feeling depressed. But do you have any breathing issues around your heart? Any asthma or anything?
I have COPD.
Okay. I'm feeling that. I just could, okay. What I keep hearing is don't give up. Keep putting one step in front of the other and do things for yourself, not for others all the time, because it's exhausting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
No, that's it.
I've also got a yellow flower around you. So have you had a loved one that's passed around with cancer at all? Because I keep seeing the daffodil.
Yes, my grandfather.
Okay, because I keep seeing the daffodil. Did he actually have lung cancer or anything around his lungs at all? Because I keep seeing smoke.
That's what it was lung cancer.
Yeah, okay, because I have your, where's my Skype? It's just dropped off. Wait, sorry. I have your grandfather that's come through because I can, so he's just letting you know that, bring the strength. You've had the strength there. Don't hide, bring yourself out of darkness and to, find the sun in your life, the sun that lights up your world. He's also letting me know that berries, do you do anything with berries? Do you eat a lot of berries? Because there's something about berries. Do you resonate anything with your grandfather with berries?
No, not right off, no.
Yeah, okay, so maybe just it's something around berries at the moment, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but he's just letting you know that, the strength is in you to keep, take control of your life, step out of the darkness and to follow that light. And to make those baby steps as well. He's definitely around. I can feel him. I can see him actually, but I can feel his energy to let you know that you're not alone as well.
Okay.
Just another question around you as well. Do you have any horses around you at the moment?
No.
Anything around, because I've got a horse that's come through. Just let me. Okay, so generally when I get the animals that come through, when I see horses, they let me know how stubborn people are as well. Are you a very stubborn person?
Yeah.
Because this horse has just come through my room, and I'm like, okay. I'm thinking if you don't have any horses around your backyards or, where you live, it's letting me know how stubborn you are. And it's to know that, it's like, don't keep looking at the time. The message the horse lets me know is that, don't watch the time, create your days how you want to live them and how you want to spend them. Don't look at the time, because sometimes when we look back in the past or regarding time or where we used to be, it causes that depression as well. So look forward, look ahead of you, and it's great that you're stubborn, but it's also, it lets me know that you're strong-willed too. And, once you find what lights up your life and where you want to go and what kind of people you want in your life, it creates happiness, and it's that joy and love that you haven't had for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do see, it's just there's travel. There seems to be this travel, but when I see the travel around you, it feels like it's distance traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, but it just, and also what I've got coming through, because I keep seeing a helicopter around you, just letting me know that not to spend so much time in your head as well. It's like the procrastinator, not deciding or, thinking about all the questions that you don't have answers for. It's like it just really can bring us down as well. So I just wanted to pass that message on to you, but I only have 90 seconds left, and it was lovely to chat with you tonight, Mandy, and I wish you, the next, find your light, find your joy again, and, travel, create freedom and take that stubbornness with you as well.
Okay. No, thank you. It was good talking to you too.
You too. Thank you, Mandy.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night. Hey, thank you. Good night. Thank you, A1R Psychic Radio, for tuning into tonight. It was lovely to connect with the two ladies. I look forward to seeing you next week, and I'd love for you to follow my Facebook page, Gemma Spirit World. And remember, no excuses. I know that next week, by the time I talk to you, I will be flying forward with everything. Oh no, I have 30 seconds. It feels like, okay, so 30 seconds to chat. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'll draw one card. Let me see. Maybe, all right, let me see what Dave's going to write, because I have nothing. 10 seconds. All right, everyone, have a lovely weekend. No excuses. Smile and connect with loved ones.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Persian Medium I Am Power with Pia Johan. Live from PersianMedium.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Persian Medium I Am Power
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to Talking About Success. I'm your host, Jack Canfield. You may know me as the #1 success coach in America, co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, and also the Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And this show is a lot about helping you get from where you are now to where you want to be. We're going to help you do that today. I have a fabulous guest today with me, Pia Johansson. She is an amazing being who is going to share, I think, some powerful information that will transform your life with us today. She is a entrepreneur's coach, a coach of entrepreneurs, and also a keynote speaker. And those terms don't even begin to talk about the depth of who you are. So we'll unpack that a little bit. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. So tell us a bit about that. You know, you're a coach, you're a speaker. Tell us about yourself, some background perhaps, and a little about your work. Just get started.
After I got Master of Psychology, I asked myself, now what? Okay, you got Master of Psychology, you're in your practice 8 hours a day, and you're just listening to people who came in and just crying, feel anxious, not happy, not feeling okay, and always connected to themselves about their past, not looking forward for the future. Then how you can fear change this? Well, nobody teach us in high school and university what means conscious and subconscious. But I learned, and I felt, okay, you do have a Master of Psychology. You did a lot of businesses at the age of 22. So you know how to be or help all the entrepreneurs out there. And most of those amazing problems, they come from finance. But how can you help them to achieve faster? And instead, they're walking into your office and talk about, I can't do it, I'm not happy. They just focus on something that they can do it, and they will, and they are going to. And from there, I named myself Subconscious Mind Surgeon.
Subconscious Mind Surgeon.
How to hijack someone's subconscious mind, how to make him and her happier and healthier and wealthier about herself or himself, and how to make them to become successful. Just to know the secret between conscious and subconscious.
So let's unpack that for a minute, if you will. What is the secret to know between the conscious?
Well, what's happening in our life, who we are today, is all because of our subconscious. Mm-hmm. So how we attract things to ourselves? Because of our conscious. So if we consciously connecting to positivities, replace negative thought to positive thought. So subconsciously, we are attracting positivities, monies, energies, and people. You was the one that taught me in so many years how we can use our subconscious mind, our brain, to get what we want. Mm-hmm. So you've been my mentor for so many years, Jack.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to have been your mentor. I think in many ways you've gone beyond me and some of your understandings of this work and your ability to assist people with that, but thank you for the compliment.
Absolutely. I read all your books, and I was amazed by each of them.
Thank you.
And you taught me a lot, and I found the secret in between conscious and subconscious, which after so many years I'm teaching all my students, followers, fans, over 2 million followers, fans worldwide, and I'm talking about you so highly, and I'm telling them, just ask and receive. And they asking me, what do you mean ask? I said, well, Jack said ask and receive, because he always says ask, never just refuse to ask. And then they said, like, what is in between asking and receiving? And what is in between asking and subconscious mind? I said, well, you are asking. That means consciously you put yourself through on fear or no problem in whatsoever you can think in your business or in your private life. And subconsciously, when you are asleep, your brain is starting to recognize, realize, and bring things to attention to universe. And the frequencies will bring everything back to your life.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It really is all about frequencies and vibration.
Absolutely. We are all based on energies, and you know that, Jack.
I do. When you're teaching your students, in addition to what you just said, are there other things you do to teach them to raise their vibration, raise their frequencies?
Exactly.
Can you share some of those?
Well, some people ask me, how can I do that? Well, like on the way here, I just put on the music. I'm so excited. So everybody was like, oh, I love this music, and I'm excited. I got excited. Like, yes, like you guys, I mean, they can easily do with some memories, something that they make them to feel happy. Let's say that we do have like a bad day or something had happened last week, we are not feeling happy. I was like, you know what? Change it, replace it. It's all thought. To me, there's no such a thing as a bad thought and good thought. It's all thought. But we are the producer of those thoughts. If I'm going to have a drama in my life, so I produced a drama and became a drama queen. If I want action, I produce action. If I want calmness and happiness, I produce calmness and happiness and family movies. So just do it the way that you want. And it's all thought. And that's what people kind of think of, you're right. Yeah, replace it. Positive thought. Because this is all your thought. You can change it in a second and minutes. And that's what they do.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you and I are involved in a book together.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited.
Good.
Exactly. I am so excited about that book. And I'm so happy to co-author together with you. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I still can't believe that I've been asked by you. And I'm just so grateful. So a lot of people ask me, what is all about? What is all about success? And they ask me what means that how you can easily, but very gradually and nicely succeed in what you want in your life. And it's all about strategy. What type of strategy of your life you have to choose or have in order to succeed. So Success Strategy book, for a lot of my students, followers, and fans, is going to be the biggest book ever. They're going to change their life, and I know they will, and I know it's going to.
How do you define success for you?
To me, success means when you are happy, when you find your happiness. Success means you do things that you love. You feel things that you love. You connect with things that you love. And to me, success divine with love.
Beautiful.
It's divine love.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you're a producer of a film called The Game Masters, which I'm really eager to see. Talk about the movie.
Well, it's all about sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, human traffickings, and it's telling what's happening around us, around countries, Middle Eastern and all other places. And that way, I would say I was very blessed to get connect with a lot of powerful people, police, law enforcement, who they would love to help me to bring it to a lot of people's attention, what's going on around us, around the world. And that taught me a lot, and I'm very happy and blessed that I could. And is still continuing, is still get going. We are going to have another movie which coming, and it's going to be almost continuing the same way, but we are going to let other people know about more political stuff, things which is behind and all the stuff. I know that there's a lot of people may they not really like that when we poke them in the eyes, but we're just trying to show people what's going on around and what means human trafficking, what means when a woman, beautiful, gorgeous ladies who came from other countries, without knowing what she's going, where she's going, how she's doing, and what happened to her, and what else is going to happen in the world. So there's a lot behind it.
What drew you into that project?
Well, as you know, I'm also medium, so basically this is my bonus. So I'm working with law enforcement, police officers, private investigators, and also intelligence services. So I saw a lot with my own eyes. I feel a lot with my own heart. And I felt I need to make a movie. I need to bring it to attention to other people as well. They need to know about it. And this is the truth, the real truths of everything that we have on a daily basis, but we have no idea if it even exists or not. So that made me to feel that take an action, making movies, and let everybody knows about it.
So most people out there would say, oh, I see something, I'm going to make a movie. I mean, most people would feel overwhelmed by even committing to doing such a big thing.
It's hard. It's not easy. Making a movie is not easy. Being a producer is not easy because you have to connect with a lot of people. And in Hollywood, well, as I always says, there is impossible Hollywood and impossible Hollywood. So you have to get connect with impossible, but to me, because I just choose the name as Impossible Hollywood, everything has to say yes, and they're gonna just go for it, and we are going to shake hands. But it was hard. It was not easy, and having the commitment to a lot of people, let them to commit with you, make their promises come around, and get things move on. It's just not easy. It wasn't easy. But I believe in one thing: if you want to do something, and if you do have enough belief on what you are doing and the message that you want to send to the world, then universe will help you no matter what. So that's what universe helped me. So I found most amazing actors and actress. I found amazing, basically investors, and I found amazing A-list actress who basically wanted and would love to get in touch and get in tune with it. And I loved the way that they wanted to, kind of get engaged and shaking hand with me and just say, we are here for you. For whatever you are doing, we are here to support you.
Beautiful. Is the movie a drama or a documentary, or what's the...
It's drama.
Drama.
Yeah, action drama.
Very good. Well, good for you. That's impressive.
I have another things that coming up soon. Next movie. Maybe I should just make a movie of your life.
That's already been done.
Well, we can do another version.
Okay.
You just said that you birthed again about like 2 days ago.
I went through a very transformative experience just a week ago, and I feel very different. So maybe we'll make a movie about that.
Definitely. For sure.
I'm just wondering who you'll cast as me. That'll be interesting.
It's going to be, I'm so sure. I'm also working with a lot of charities, and I open my own charities because I believe through knowledge, people can understand themselves better. They can fool each other. They can hate each other. So basically, through knowledge, you can really find through yourself and build yourself up. So that's why I built my Cultivating Knowledge, charity or foundation, which is there's a lot of celebrities already been involved and helped me on that, and I'm very thankful and grateful for that as well. And also, I'm co-authoring book with Jiu-Jitsu master in United States. He was the one who basically brought Jiu-Jitsu to United States, or his family basically found the Jiu-Jitsu. And I have to take you there because you need to definitely train with Riga Machado. So he's trained all celebrities, A-list celebrities in Beverly Hills, and you name it, he's trained.
Wow, that's great.
And he's an awesome guy, like humble, like nice teddy bear, so kind in so many ways, and I know you're gonna love him.
Oh, I look forward to that. That's exciting.
So yeah, would love to co-author with him and just like tell about his success stories, because it's amazed me. I mean, I cried when he started to tell about himself and telling what he did. I almost cried. I was like, wow, couldn't even believe that you went through all those things, and then wow, that's amazing success that you have, and all celebrities, one after each other, just like walk into his academy. It was like, wow, I'm amazed by you, man. What type of power you have? Tell me about your secret. And he always says, well, you know my secret, Fia? Subconscious mind, huh? It's funny.
That's beautiful, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. There are so many stories that need to be told. So many people walking the planet who have these inspirational lives, and the people need more of that. I think we need a few less Transformer movies and a few more stories like that to really talk about true transformation.
Exactly.
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 Coming.
Yeah, good for
It's
you.
Coming. It's coming.
So, is there any, if you had like one main message for everyone out there, like, you know, what would you say to them? What do you want to impart to people?
Well, there's two messages out there, basically. One of my most important message to you guys who basically wants to open new businesses, became an entrepreneur and not knowing what to do. So find a good investors, find a good productive group of people, and number 3, just get into the market and nail it. And my second message, you already have a company and you are already successful, but you're tired and you don't know where to go and what to do because you just feel bored and you want to make more money, but not more money coming. Well, my advice is hire the coach and mentor, me and Jack. We know how to do to make you to feel fun, happy, and connected to yourself again. Because there's a lot of successful people already. You guys make money, they make money. They do not have any problem of making money. But happiness, they do have issues with happiness. Mm-hmm. How they can connect with themselves, with their own soul. And how can I just feel satisfied? I feel satisfied when it comes to my family, when it comes to money, when it comes to my, 7 Ferraris, Lamborghinis, whatever, but I'm not still satisfied with myself. Well, we can help you guys to feel satisfied with your soul, together with Jack.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Now, obviously, you have your book. You have your coaching programs, you do mediumship, all this stuff. If people want to get in touch with you to find out more, take advantage of what you have to offer, where do they go?
Well, I do have a very strong social media, Persian Medium. So it's very strong. It's over 1,300,000 of followers, which I'm very grateful and happy for that. I have my Facebook, which is about 500,000 followers, which is I'm grateful and thankful for that. I have PersianMedium.com, which if you guys go to PersianMedium.com, they can get all the news worldwide. And some people, they want to just like have some conversation with me kind of on the phone in a confidential way. They don't want to mention about their name. A lot of celebrities basically are communicating with me through that platform because they don't want to bring about their names or whatever it is. So it's Avid Advice, AVIDadvice.com. It's actually the secure and safe platform for all of you to just connect with me and ask me any questions from A to Z, and I'm here to help you out.
Beautiful. So now I understand you're working on another book too. Can you share with us what that is?
This is actually the book that I do with my husband. So me as a woman, he is a man. We are thinking how we are almost connecting with each other, like he's a pizza type of slide when it comes to his mind, his strategies, the feelings, or his life when it comes to the wife, to the kids, and everything. And I'm actually the sweet cake layers, which basically woman has life as a sweet cake, layers by layers by layers, but man has like a pizza sliders. Like, you know what, this is a slide of my life, which is my career. The another slide is actually, my wife, my kids, and my friends, and other stuff. So, but through that book, we are going to share why a lot of men and women, after 5 years, after 6 years, they feel bored and they can't handle each other anymore, and there is no sweet love anymore in between them. And why men and women, after 6 and maybe 10 years, not understanding each other's or each other's language, and the sex life is not actually working. What's going on? The same chemistry was about 10 years ago is not even working anymore. So how you can hit this up with knowing how this pizza slide and the sweet cake layers work together.
That's beautiful. No, it's so good because the statistic is that 50% of all marriages end in divorce. So there's something in there about gluten-free. We won't go there, but we'll get.
I love that. Actually, that's fantastic. I love it.
But I think it's going to be such a contribution to so many people.
Absolutely.
So I'm really happy you're doing that.
Oh, thank you.
What's your husband's name? Let's give him a.
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah,
All right, good.
Mr. Rick. So Rick is an amazing entrepreneur, fantastic dad, and amazing husband, and I mean it. I'm a busy woman, 24 hours and 7 days, working with a million projects, but he is also doing the same things, but he's always there for our kids. We have three boys, 1 and 2.5, 5.5, and 7.5, as I remember. So, and they love him so much, and I'm so happy and lucky to have him as a husband, because without him, I wouldn't really become a successful person today. Because when you have everything cozy and happy at home, kids is happy and they're connected to themselves, then make you to feel powerful to continue, encourage you to try to bring, money, love, passion, whatever they want in their life. But if he wasn't there, I wouldn't even do any of those, because my mind couldn't even actually settle in one thing, focus on one thing, and I couldn't be a multitasker.
Beautiful. Well, good for him and good for you.
Thank you
I'm
so
so happy. I'm looking forward to the book.
Absolutely, me too. Let's see if women gonna hate him or love him, or if men gonna love me or hate me. I don't know. Let's say we figure it out later on.
I'm sure we will. Great.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Why you choose me to co-author with me?
I think you're an amazing being. You're one of the most fascinating people I've ever met. And I think you have deep, deep wisdom to impart with the world. And I want that wisdom out there. So anything I can do to support that and getting your message out, your energy out, having people realize you're a resource that's valuable, I would do that in a minute.
And by the way, I am also invited for 2 shows, like a reality shows, which is on the production already. Hopefully coming next year, and I would love to have you in one of my shows.
I would love to.
I can't wait.
My pleasure.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's exciting.
It's super exciting.
Well, I just see you at the top of a cliff, just diving off into the space and doing amazing things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, always my husband says, when someone says no to you, you get more challenge. I says, of course. Then never say no to me. So I was that's exactly what I say no to you, because I know exactly how to challenge you. So no to me is all challenge, and challenge to me is happiness, love, and prosperity. And I think challenge means that change your directions, feel happy again, and find your niche. Just every each of us has some talent, but not every each of us knows exactly how to use this talent. And just tap into the abilities that you have, that I always tell you guys. And I read all your books, and that's exactly what you says all the time. Find the real purpose of your life, and when you find the real purpose, then you know how to live. And that's exactly what I did. I found my purpose. My purpose is all about helping others, as you do.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Yeah. My purpose has always been inspiring and empowering people to live their highest vision. Exactly. The highest power, the divine energies, the divine love. And everything actually is possible with divine love. Everything. Everything. I think we'll end with that. That's a good statement. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right. So you heard it here. And it's all available to you. And you deserve it. And so there are many places to go to receive that. But this woman here is one of the great supporters of your evolution. And so it's think about this as we end this show, that so many times opportunities come in front of you to actually give you the very thing you're looking for. And sometimes we pass it up. So don't do that this time. Take advantage of what she has to offer you. So thanks for joining us. Remember, everything's possible with divine love. You are divine love. And we're all here together to serve each other. And so I hope tonight, or today, whenever you're watching this, that you've been served by us. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Talking About Success.
naturally to me. I never decide for any of those messages. The only responsibility that I have is that I have to deliver the messages.
What was your reading like with Persian Living? Oh my God, I love her. So I actually had a moment with her when she was walking in. She came by our table for water, and it was just like, whew. That's how I felt.
Are you gonna like come back for more? Oh yeah.
You're not even leaving.
It was all kind of things I kind of knew. I felt intuitively guided. It's nice to feel her tap into those deeper places and I guess reveal hidden places that I sense and feel, but have her kind of present them.
She said, I'm going to meet a man who's going to come right to me. It's been quite a while, and if that happens, I'm going to be in huge debt to her.
This was a great reading today because it lifts my spirit. Spirits have been depressed for a while because of adverse happenings going on. I'm very pleased about that.
I went to her workshop yesterday and it was awesome. Yes, and I got her book, so I'm excited about that.
Well, this is the only reading I've done, and it's the only reading I would do. And it's because I just know that.
She told me things that I already knew. And then she also told me things that I was surprised at. Like she could read me. Like things I was in denial of, she was actually reading what I was in denial of. So it was wonderful. It really happened.
I didn't say a word. She just knew exactly how I felt about it. You know? She's absolutely right. So it's kind of like you have the answers inside somewhere, and she kind of validated what I was thinking.
If you are a person that trying to, make your sense or see your sensualities in your emotion, your vision, imagination, your subconscious mind, get close to that power, then you can see, feel, and connect to the spirit. Welcome to Avid Awakening, a beautiful, gorgeous wellness center who will adjust you mentally, emotionally, and physically. Also, it will help you to manifest your finance, anything and everything you desire for. This place is a very beautiful place which is located in Corona del Mar. So please book your appointment today.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
And now, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl with Tanya Reid. Live from AustraliaPsychicCowgirl.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3 3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Australia's Psychic Cowgirl on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
G'day, Tonya Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, coming at you from Sunday Creek here in Victoria. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for connecting on our American radio show today. And it is Thursday, and in isolation, we have no idea what day it is, so we were just, we'll just intro with, you know what, we really don't know what day it is, so hello. But, so anyway, I hope everyone's had a good week. We can start to see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel here. So we're having restrictions are slowly being loosened off a little bit. So that's giving people that glimmer of hope to get back to some sort of normality, which everyone's kind of waiting on. So, it's just how it is. I hope that you've all dealt with the isolation or are dealing with it okay. Don't forget to reach out to people if you are struggling because, hey, being in isolation is not our human, experiencing this human existence is around connection with others. So don't feel bad if you need to connect and, make that extra effort to keep yourself sane. For those that are homeschooling, well done. I take my hat off to you, literally. I'm lucky all of mine are older, but, so there's quite a few challenges around that, and I really do want to give a shout out to all the mums and dads out there that are homeschooling for the first time ever in their life and, having to do just experience a good part of the learning program and appreciating our teachers, which is pretty cool. So energetically this week, the veil is lifted a little bit. We were chatting about that in a group this morning. It's that time of year, so you might be getting stronger signs around at the moment, which is like ringing in the ears. Goosebumps are another really, really common one with spirit connection, and you might be getting a lot more insights around not only for yourself but insights for others around you as well at the moment. So take it on board. If you're getting insights and you don't want to necessarily share them with that person, just write them down, and there'll be at some point you'll be able to come back to them. We've got Mother's Day coming up. I think it's this weekend. Is it this weekend or next weekend? It could be next weekend. Yeah, who knows what date it is or whatever. But, we've got Mother's Day coming up again. That'll be in isolation for us, and no doubt for many of you too, for many of you guys as well. So, it's just an awareness. And so with Mother's Day comes the experience of, for many of us that have lost our mums, that don't have mums to celebrate Mother's Day, it can be a really hard day. So I do want to put a call out for those of you that experience that to, don't feel like you're going through it on your own, and, really connect in with those that have mums in spirit. I do that, like light a candle, honour their memory, and really trust that they're around you and they do get to connect with you, on that day. So spirit is only they're just in a different realm. They're still around. They still give us signs. We just need to be aware of the signs and taking notice of them for, to have that realization. So I just wanted to share that today with our show. And, so we often getting signs from spirit can be many different things. Sometimes it's feathers. At the moment, there's a lot of birds around. And when I say birds, different birds to maybe what you're used to seeing. So, again, look up the spiritual meaning of that, because birds are messengers, as we know. And, for some people it's coins. If you find a coin, check out the numbers on it. Or it might be a song comes on that's in relation to a memory with that person that's passed. So there's many ways that they will bring signs through to you for you to know that they're still around, and just for the acknowledgement to say, hey, I'm here. And there's no doubt they definitely are still around us. So, that's our insight today. All right, I've got my first caller now. I'm going on to Billy Joe in Brisbane, Queensland, a fellow Aussie. Hi, Billy Joe.
Hello. Hi, how are you going?
How are you? Really good, thanks. How are
Good,
you?
thank you.
Are you in far
good.
north Queensland?
No, it's sort of in the middle.
Okay, all right, cool. So, awesome. So, what would you like me to focus on today for you?
I would just like a random, please.
Yeah, okay. You've got a lot going on, and I feel like there's because I feel like connecting with you, I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of energies. I feel like I'm a little bit scattered at the moment. So I've got, even though we're all in isolation as such, I don't feel like you've necessarily been pulled back. So it's almost like you're still doing what, you're still working, but it's almost like for you, you've had to pick up the ball on many things. So it's like I'm, connecting with a family, but I'm also still connecting with work. There is something around, though, you've had this realization of making a change around your career with this being, with the current climate. Does that resonate with you?
Sort of. I'm unemployed at the moment, but I am making things and trying to do a little shop of my own.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, it's almost like you're pulled back for a reason to really, and I want to look at this moving forward. This Spirit's showing me to niche down on what this is. So rather than doing a bit of everything, with your talents, focus on the things that it's almost like there's aspects of what you're doing that are stronger than others. So I want to go to, I'm focusing on that rather than trying to have a massive range. I want to niche it down to like 5 key products, and really you can vary those, but I feel like I want to say really focus on those to help propel this forward. And at the moment, everyone's online shopping, so it's a perfect time to really pick up the ball and roll with it. Yeah. I do want to say, though, there's something around insights that you've had to change it a little bit. Trust that, because it's like Spirit is showing me they're around you and guiding you. There's a lady coming through in Spirit, and she's quite she's quite, it's got a bit of a personality, because I see there's something around a relationship there. So are you in a relationship currently?
Yes, just my soulmate, hopefully.
Yeah, because it's like deeply emotional commitments, and I feel like the way that she was showing me that was like, oh my God, like it's a really big impact in the connection that you have. And it's almost like, and you've just said like the soulmate side of it is often, it's not just the perfect path to walk down. We sort of have a few challenges, and I feel like there's still a few challenges to go, but in a good way, in a complementary way. And it's like you're brought together for a reason. So the two of you are working through things that you both need to work through to almost like move forward, to be even stronger and to be better versions of yourself.
Great.
Yeah, so it's like I do feel that. And it's like, at times it's challenging and you go, oh my God, why did I choose this? But it's like, deep down that it's for the betterment of everyone, but it's just quite funny the way she's coming through. So I feel like I want to go to Mum's side. Have we got a grandmother in Spirit on Mum's side that was connected with you?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and she's got a bit of a sense of humour, because I feel like she's quite cheeky in her manner coming through.
Yes, she can be, yes.
Yeah. So it's like, especially when it's regard to the love part of it, it's like she had a real chuckle at that. So I also feel with what she's showing me with that is you've met your match, as in you're going out with yourself here. That's why she's laughing.
Oh, really?
Because I feel like there's a lot of commonality with the two of you, and it's a little bit like you're stubborn and he's stubborn. So it's like, I've got that whole challenge of, So that's why she's laughing, because it's like all the things that you find frustrating about that person you have within you as well. So it's quite funny. But it's a great thing. It's like, your two hearts are dedicated to creating something wonderful. Like there's some really big things moving forward with the two of you. And I see something around travel once we're over all of this. You know, of course, we're in lockdown at the moment, but there's something around the two of you and moving around a bit and sort of embracing life more.
Yes, we do plan on that, definitely.
Yeah, so you will. It's like she's showing me you're travelling around, and there's a bit of a gypsy soul in both of you. So it's like, again, you've both got that in common. And, you know, I just see the travel aspect, and it's almost like the two of you, obviously with you doing your own thing, you could do that online. It's like you could both work your way around. So it's like I see a bit of travel and I can pick up work where I need it.
Yes.
Now, as far as children goes, I feel like there's children around. So, but it's like they're showing me only on one side. So so it's your children?
Yes, I've got 4 children, and he's never had children.
Yeah, okay, yep. Because it's like I was showing there's children on one side and not on the other. But it's like you balance those children quite well, because I feel like there'd be no issue with the travel aspect with them.
Okay.
Right, because I feel like that would be fine. I also feel like is the children's father not in the picture or not the sort to put a stop to you doing what you need to do?
Well, to be honest, he is still in the picture, like he sees the kids, but he is still not over me and making life hell, is a good way to put it.
Yeah. Well, there's something around a shift going to happen there that will stop him trying to compromise you moving forward and doing what you need to do. I do feel like for him, this will be the opportunity. There's somebody around him, and I feel once he shifts his focus from you, that's when this will happen. So I feel like there's a lady around him or someone that have kind of dip their foot in with him, and as he moves into that new phase, you'll be off the hook, I want to say.
Oh, thank God for that. Thank you.
Yeah, so it is about that. Yeah, and it's because he is a little bit obsessive, and it's like, you know, you've been the focus for so long, but it's like as soon as somebody else comes along, the attention will shift.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I also feel like with your business, dare to be different is what Spirit is showing me. It's like she's showing me dare to be, bring out the uniqueness in what you do. Don't just follow what others are doing, if that makes sense. Because there's something different around what you're doing.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Yes,
Perfect.
that makes sense. Thank you.
And also with that, I want you to use that in your tagline of your business. So what you're creating, have that as, you know, unique, one-off. Like I want to go to really promoting the fact that people are purchasing, you know, something quite unique, and that's kind of in your branding.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. Oh, this has been spot on perfect. Thanks, Eve.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm so rapt to be able to help and connect. And I feel like there's some, with the grandmother in spirit, it's like she's around. So call on her when you need guidance, because she's more than happy to step up. And I feel like there's traits of hers in one of the children. So I feel like I want to go to one of the girls. So have we got 2 boys and 2 girls for you? Because I feel like I've got more girls.
3 girls and 1 boy.
Okay, right. Well, it's like one of the girls, and I almost wanted to go to the second from the second youngest to be. She's acknowledging is like her, or there's traits of her coming through, and it's like she just wants to tell you that because she's quite proud of it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's cool. She's really around you and ready to give you guidance. And I feel like she guided you a lot in your connection with her, you know, when she was here. So I feel like she's continuing that.
Yes, I miss her heap.
Yeah, and it's like she's around you though, and she does, and that's why she's come through today, is to give you that acknowledgement and say, hey, I'm here and I'm, you know, giving you the signs, and just trust that it is her. and she
Yes.
wants to. She really wants to be an inspiration to you. So I do feel like something around the business, that there's an aspect of her. I even feel like I've got a name. I don't know whether she had a middle name or there was a name connection with her. Something you're going to name something, and connection with her is what she's showing me.
Wow, awesome. Okay.
All right, so connecting with that, you will get that. You know, there's just something around the name she just wants me to bring to light with you, and you'll know what that is and how to utilize that.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you got this. It's exciting.
Oh, thank you so much. You've been so on the spot with everything. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for that beautiful feedback. I really appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go on to my next caller. Thanks, Billy Joe. I really appreciate your feedback and connecting today. All right, I've got Sarah in Lee Summit, Missouri. Sarah, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Hey, Sarah. Good.
Hi.
I want to go to, I've got some great energy around you. Sarah, can I ask, are you in the spiritual field? Are you doing something spiritual, as in what you do for work?
And not really. I mean, I feel that I do energy-wise. I've always been noticed as a healer, and I feel like I've studied Reiki in the past, and I believe in using the life energy to heal things.
Yeah, because I feel like that's why connecting with you, it's like, oh, I'm connecting with a fellow spiritual soul here who embraces that. So it's like you do utilize that a lot. And it is part of your big picture. And it's like I was shown that to remind you that, and like you say, yes, you do it. But I do feel like looking forward that you're going to be stepping into that even more so as time goes on.
Yay.
Yeah. It's like you're highly regarded. People come to you all the time.
Oh,
for random
all the time.
things, I want to say. Yeah.
Oh,
and
yes.
I want to share secrets with you. I feel like people blurt out stuff and you're like, I really didn't need to know all that, but it's like they can't help it but share it with you.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. So it's almost like when I see that, it's like confirmation too that, you know, that you are where you're meant to be, and it's quite powerful. And I feel like for you, there's a real reminder, and it's almost like that's part of you calling in today, is connecting with your guide. So I feel like you've connected with your guide, but possibly of late you haven't probably been as calling in and connecting as much, because it's almost like I had to bring that up as part of what I'm sharing with you.
Oh, nothing's hard to bring up. I go pretty easy on everything. I'm a pretty easygoing person.
Yeah, you are, but it's like, so I'm not sure whether you're aware of that, because I feel like you've got a good connection with your guide, but it's like they're saying they're giving you more signs at the moment. So there's something you're weighing up, and it's like they're telling me they're giving you the signs, but you might not be fully getting it, or you're missing the little bits of guidance that's coming your way, because there's something around. I'm doing a bit more study, so I'm changing things up. I'm starting to step into that change, and for a lot of us at the moment, we've been pulled up with this, with COVID. It's like a reassessing of where we're at and where we want to be.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, yeah. So it's like for you, there's some really cool stuff. It's time to embrace that big picture for you, I have to say.
Really?
Right? So it's like you're being guided, and I feel like with me saying that, you're aware of what that is, but it's about letting go of the old to allow the new to come in, and it's almost like it's organically going to happen for you regardless. But I do want to say that setting the intention of what is the perfect case scenario for you would be ideal, because I feel like Spirit is showing me there's something about you working too hard.
yes. That's so true. Yep.
Yep. All right. So there's an easier way to you know, an easier way to have a career with that. So it's like I've got my puppy barking in the background.
Oh, that's okay. They probably feel me too. I love animals.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, you probably got a message there then. So yeah, it's like for you, this is about working smarter and not harder. So this time to actually consolidate and really look at manifesting where it is you want to be heading. And I feel like I want to say, like, writing this down, which is a really powerful way of manifesting, but like, as you're moving into this change, you're doing less hours. I'm still making money, but I'm doing less hours. I have more time for me. There's something about, is there a really beautiful space around where you live now?
Is there a what?
A really beautiful space around where you are now, because it's like I'm shown there's a really amazing area that you can explore, but you don't have time.
Right now I'm kind of on the verge of leaving or not. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, okay.
So I wouldn't say it's the best place.
All right. If you're not there yet, then this is why I'm sharing this with you. I see I've got mountains, I've got trees around, and I mean not little trees, like bigger trees. So it is like the nature side of it. So I feel like the movement is moving somewhere where you can get out and spend time in nature, and a really pretty place, I have to say.
Okay.
All right, because I feel like where you are now, is it quite built up? Because I feel like I'm moving to somewhere that's not as built up.
Yeah, and I have been thinking about moving. I'm from the country, and right now I live in the city, and it's not for me. And we've been talking about moving back to the country, and I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I want to encourage you, start looking at that, because I see somewhere really great, and it's like it's important for you, that connection to land aspect is really big for you, and you know, I want to get there. So it's like that's what I was shown. It's like there's this beautiful countryside. Why aren't you there? And now that you've explained, yeah, I don't live there. It's like it's part of you, and it's part of your bigger picture. Yeah. So definitely, I see that happening. No doubt. What else have you been trying to do? There's something, Spirit is just making me aware there's something you've been trying to do that you're not sure of.
Go on with my relationship I'm in right now. I've been in for 3 years. And there's a lot, you know, when you're as spiritual as people like us are, and people don't really understand energies or love and abundance and stuff like that, they kind of act like you're crazy. You know, and I feel like I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah. This is about honouring you, and obviously that goes back to your guides giving you signs. There's been a question around the relationship, and it's almost like you know the answer but maybe don't want to actually have a good look at it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like you are being shown what you need to see here, and we need to it's almost like I've got my head out of the sand now and I'm seeing it for what it is. And you have been shown this, and it's like at the moment for many of us, and I feel like I'm on repeat with readings at the moment, we're being shown what needs to go and what needs to stay. So I do want to say to you the fact of assessing it all, and I don't just feel it's because they don't relate to you on a spiritual level. There's more to this than that, but it's like you need to make decisions for your highest good from now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. It's what Spirit is showing me is you have this big picture. So it's about being in the country, being the family unit, being connected. There's a picture that you hang on to, but you haven't got it yet.
There's a piece that I'm hanging on to that I haven't got yet.
Yeah, it's like a visualization. It's like you know in your head what you want, but it's not. Yeah, you haven't. It hasn't happened yet.
Yes, that is correct.
Right. So we need to get rid of the dead wood so that it can happen.
And do I just start thinking differently?
Yeah.
It's so much easier than it is.
Really what I really want to say is look at things as they are, not as you want them to be. So it's almost like seeing things, taking the rose-coloured glasses off and looking at things as they are. And I know it's easy to say that from me looking in, but I know when you're in that situation.
And I'm a Gemini, so I see the best in everything.
Yeah. And that's cool. But sometimes when you see the best in everything, we can overlook what is really relevant in the not so best. And we don't want to be doing that.
You're so
and
right.
I do feel like, I feel like for you, it's your time to shine. And I don't want to be held back trying to nurture somebody to be the best version of themselves when they're not putting their hand up for the help.
That's true too. Wow.
So, it's a bit like the old saying, we can lead a horse to water, can't make them drink.
That is so true.
Yeah. So for you, moving forward, and something I would be looking at is start to get your big picture ready. Say, I know I'm going to move back to the country. I know there's big things in store. I'm going to focus on that and let the universe sort out the rest. Because what will happen is those that aren't meant to be there will disappear. You won't have to make the call.
All the way. Yeah. Dang, you're good. You're really good.
Thank you. Thanks to Spirit. I'm so grateful. I'm just the messenger, but I will take the praise. Thank you. But, you are divinely guided on this, so I really want you to trust what comes to you. There is opportunity. As far as moving forward, you have the psychic side that gives you what you need, so just follow that. You will not look back. And I really want to say to you, in 12 months looking back from where you are now to where you are in 12 months, you're going to look back and go, wow, best decision ever.
That's what I needed to hear right there.
Yeah.
That's the reason that this happened. I needed that.
You've got this, girlfriend, and really you are very strong. You're Gemini. Get through anything. So I just want to remind you of that. You've got this, and keep me posted. I'm on Australia's Psychic Cowgirl Facebook and Insta. I'd love to, I'd love to hear, because it's going to be an amazing journey, and as hard as it can be, time to step up. You've got this, and I better run because I'm out of time.
All right, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Australia's Psychic Cowgirl signing off. Woohoo!
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. And now, Reverend Elliot's Magical Window with Reverend Elliot. Live from magic-works.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. websites, AskOneRadio.com or MoonStruck.tv. This is Reverend Elliot's Magical Window on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Greetings, fellow seekers of truth and light across the world, across the universe, into the different levels of existence. We don't know where people are listening to us. You know, people could be listening to us in all sorts of layers of existence. We don't know. We are getting ready to spend the next hour looking through the magical window of the tarot. You know what I think this show needs? I think we need a theme song, like the kind they used to do years ago, where they would explain the whole point of the show, you know, like the Beverly Hillbillies or Gilligan's Island. They would always encapsulate the show. If they had a song here, if somebody could come up with a song explaining who I am and how I got here, that would probably take up about 42 hours. So maybe that's not such a hot idea. We'll just stick with what we've got. This is Reverend Elliot, your friendly neighborhood esoteric practitioner, coming to you live. Let's shuffle the cards again. From the city of New York, where we do get together every Wednesday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific, so that we can look through the magical window of the tarot. Tarot cards have been used for centuries. Some people say for millennia, so that we can see what's going on in the world. It's, you know, it's not just fortune telling. It's not just you're going to meet a tall, dark stranger who's going to take you on an ocean voyage. No, you know, that's the stuff of legends. The cards are used more for information. Not just about looking into the future necessarily, although they can do that, and they do it quite frequently, and they do it well. The thing that the cards are really good at is giving you information about what's going on in life right now, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to be taking calls from, I hope, about 4 or 5 people tonight, and spending some time going through the tarot cards to learn about the situation they're going through in life, and maybe get some information that will help straighten it out, or if there's something good happening in your life, make it even better. That's the whole point of the cards. If the cards do indicate something that's coming in the future, that's good too. There's no such thing as a bad reading, because if you hear something you don't want, you can fix that. You can change it. The future is not written in stone. The future, as I frequently say, is different. The future now is not the same as the future 5 minutes from now, because 5 minutes from now, we are different people. 5 minutes from now, we won't have all the information that we do now have. So that even makes sense. I'm getting lost in my tenses here. You know, like they say, I'm 2 tenths. I'm 2 tenths the man I used to be. I think that's the old joke. So let's see. How does that? What do we? This calls for that here. Yes, we do need a rim shot. So we're going to look at information. We're going to find out what's going on in life, and we're going to see what we can do about it. And if, for instance, there's something that you see that you don't like, we can work on a way to get around that and to change that. So, for instance, there's magical work that we can do. Magic is the art and science of causing change to occur in conformity with the will. It's not the same as a child's magical thinking. That's a whole different ballgame. You know, like closing your eyes and thinking that the whole world disappears when you close your eyes. That's the magical thinking. Magic is a different thing, and that's why we spell magic with a K on the end, M-A-G-I-C-K. Not just because we flunked spelling, but because it's the old-fashioned way of doing it, and it differentiates us from either the childhood magical thinking or the kind of magic where somebody will pull a rabbit out of a hat. Now, that's a cute little trick, but it's not magic. It's illusion. Magic really works. In fact, there was a book written recently by a very renowned scientist who has come to the conclusion that, yes, magic is real. I think that's the name of the book, in fact, Magic is Real by Dean Radin. Take a look at that. Check that out. You know what I'll do? I'll find some information about it, and I'll post it on my website, which is magic-works.com. You go over to magic-works.com. Folks, there is a lot of new stuff over there, including more links to my original site, which is filled with information. You can check out Magic, M-A-G-I-C-K, -works.com, magic-works.com, and you'll see pages there about all kinds of stuff. Just look, you know, under the title there, just above my bald head, you'll see a bunch of links for various things. You click on those, you'll find information there. There's one there called My Religious Services, in which you can see what I do. You can see all the things I do, from tarot reading to crystal reading to teaching You see, that's an important thing. And of course, the gold standard of magical work, magic ritual. I write magical rituals for people when they're needed. It's not the kind of thing I recommend doing all the time. I mean, it's not, otherwise you get dependent on it. It's the same thing I tell clients when I read tarot cards for them. I don't read cards every week for people, for instance. There's money in that, but there's also an ethical issue here, because you don't want to make money off of somebody's misfortune. And sooner or later, if a person starts substituting tarot cards or anything else for their own judgment, it's going to lead to misfortune. So I recommend having a few readings a year. On your birthday is a good time, at the end of the year, at the beginning of another year. I mean, there's a good racket right there. You must have a reading at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. So right away, we got 2 days in a row if you do it in December 31st. The beauty is that tarot reading spread out can augment your life, and it is not meant to replace decision making. When this used to disappoint people, but I'll tell you, you might even hear me do it from time to time on these shows. You go to ask1radio.com, you'll find like 260 shows archived over there. I've been doing this for years now. And what I do is, if somebody says, "Look, give me a call," and they'll say, I want your advice. Okay, what would you like? Should I sell my house? Well, let's say I do a yes or no reading with the cards. That means there's a 50-50 shot of getting one or the other. You know more about the situation. You have more information than the cards do. And I found that when people ask me yes or no questions, they generally know what they want anyway. So my answer is always, to a question like, should I sell off my stocks? Should I quit my job? Should I marry the guy? That kind of stuff. Flip a coin. Heads, yes. Tails, no. As soon as that coin is in the air, you're going to know which way you want it to fall. We do know. Deep down inside, we know. So the tarot cards would be more helpful if you could approach them this way. If I marry that guy, what will life be like? If I get that house, what would life be like? Oh, let me tell you about that. I think I even mentioned this. I hope I wrote this up. I must have written this up in my book on tarot called Reverend Elliot's Magical Window, but it's embarrassing. I was a new tarot reader, and I was reading for a guy, a person I'd known for a long time. And here in New York City, if there's one thing that is, it will drive you crazy, it's real estate. Sooner or later, all New Yorkers talk real estate. That you can always, if somebody's in a bar, wherever you are across the country, and they tell you they're a New Yorker, spend some time talking to them. If they don't start talking about real estate in the first 10 minutes, they're lying to you. New Yorkers are always talking about real estate. The thing is that he had an offer to buy a house in upstate New York, which was a remarkably good deal. This was in the mid-'80s, and the whole house would have cost $50,000. Now that's, I mean, there are people, you're sitting down, there are people in New York who pay more than that a month for rent, but they're fooling his money, So anyway, $50,000 for a house was nice, and he thought that he was a hairdresser, and he would use part of the house as a salon, and he wanted to know, and he asked me the right question: if I do this, what will that be like? He wasn't saying, should I do it, shouldn't I do it? He just wanted to take a look at what it would be like. So I cut the cards. I made a nice little pile of cards. I picked one of the piles, and I went through the cards. And the first card I pulled out was the death card, and he screamed, and he slid down his chair. He hit his chin like on the table, and he passed out because he thought that he was going to die if he did this. And what I didn't have a chance to explain to him was that the death card was a marvelous card in this situation, because what it means in tarot is that one phase of your life is coming to an end and a new phase is beginning. Now, is that new phase going to be good or bad? We could look into that. We could look at some more cards. However, the man never spoke to me again as long as he lived. Because I scared him so terribly. And I learned early on that you approach that death card gently. And, that's one of the advantages that I have doing it on radio like this, where you don't see me. I'm going to be doing some video. There, I let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to be doing some video shows this year. So I hope you enjoy those. But the thing is that when you do it like this, nobody sees the cards until I'm ready to tell them what they are. So I could have prepared them for it. But wow, I really did a number on that poor guy. Yeah. I did find out subsequently that he bought the house, that he set up the beauty salon, and he did quite well. So the cards were right. It was beginning a new phase in his life. Of course, it was a new phase that I wasn't going to be included in, and because he didn't ever want to see me again. So you see what I mean? So this is why tarot it's an interesting window into what's coming in our lives and to what's happening now, what's going on around us. So let's get started. Let's go. Now, you see what I mean? Now, imagine how long a theme song would take if it took me this long just to explain what happened in a reading 35, 40 years ago almost. So anyway, here we go. We're going to light some incense. It's my trusty little lighter. It's a fake Zippo. It's not even a real Zippo. It sounds like a Zippo, though. We've got the incense burning. I'm burning some orange incense right now. I kind of like the smell of the orange incense. It makes things. It's an incense for like hominess and comfort and a secure environment. And now we've got the candles burning. I'm going to ring a bell 3 times to declare sacred space. I rushed that one a bit. This is going to be fast, sacred space, because I've been talking a lot. And our first caller is from Sullivan, Indiana, and that's Risa. Hi, Risa. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi.
Hi, how are you tonight?
Just fine. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. What can I look at for you?
See what my future is going to bring. Has some bad stuff happen in our life.
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because the first card I got while you were asking me, while you were answering my question about what you want me to look at, is the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is a card of, well, the name of that card is Perfected Happiness. So there's really, there's going to be a lot of happiness in your life. I got the 4 of Rods. That's about a happy home. I got the Temperance card. That's about balance in life. So balance, things have been unbalanced for you, and they're going to be restored. I've got the Judgment card. That's a card, again, about a rebirth. I've got the Star. That's a card about hope and optimism. And I have the 10 of Coins, just like we started with the 10 of Cups. That's also a card of happiness. It's a card of financial security. It's a card about a happy home. It's a card about children and grandchildren and great-grandparents and a whole lineage in the whole family. So yeah, I'm seeing right in the middle of this set of cards here is the Temperance card, which tells me that this imbalance and these problems that have been hitting you, that's coming to an end. Balance is going to be restored in your life, but the one overarching thing in this reading, which I see in the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Rods and the 10 of Coins and the Star, is happiness and hope. So I see you entering a really good time in your life. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Yeah, and you've been waiting for it a long time, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you what else I see here now, because now I want to look at some other stuff in terms of the situation. This is an interesting card. It's the 5 of Cups, and that's a card of loss and pain. The thing is, and this is difficult when there's problems in life and when things hurt. It's difficult to understand this, but the cards are telling me this to tell you this. The person in this card is looking at 3 cups that are spilled. And that's the sadness, that's the tragedy, that's the loss. Behind the person, where she can't see it, are 2 other cups that are full. So that is saying that one day, right now you're concentrating on the bad stuff. One day you're going to turn around and see the other good stuff that is there that you didn't lose. This is not a card to say that you must